After dealing to get my phone to correspond to my camera, it finally works. And I apologize for not using the Winnie Cup today. I'm just having a small little caffeine boost. A warm welcome to the channel. My name is James and got lots as always to cover. The information just seems to never end. And I really do truly enjoy sharing this with you. How you can share this with me? Well, subscribe would be great. It seems that I'm losing maybe 20 to 30 subscriptions per day. Don't know the reason why. Maybe some people don't like me anymore. But anyhow, let's get into it. Lovely. Okay, let's go into the levels first of all, and at the bottom is the Three Gorges Dam. We do have an outflow of 14,000 and the level is down compared to yesterday, around about the same time of 174.41. Strange that Kutan is up at 175.10. I'm going to be quiet for a moment and you can see the graphs of the two places. Then we're going to hop into the weather, which makes it all very, very strange indeed. So here is the weather and the MITS. I've expanded this to the whole of China. The MITS is approximately, give or take 100 or 200 kilometers where the Three Gorges Dam is. And where's the rain? Where is it? How come the levels, according to this diagram that we showed earlier, or this graph or this picture saying Kutan, which is Chongqing, is up? Because the levels look, well, there hardly looks like any rain at all. Strange. Suspicious. Now, if you want to, and maybe you're not getting notifications for any reason, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me on Instagram. Instagram is more not necessarily what's happening on the show, but it's more some pictures that I take on a daily basis of Tokyo the cat, or girlfriend, or cooking, or something a little bit witty what's happening. But there, and also Facebook, and in the description below there is my email as well, where you can drop me a line 24/7. Okay, let's go into the main topic of today, and this says a nervous watch on the Three Gorges Dam. It's quite a long read, so instead of you looking at the words, I've decided to put some pictures there for you, so at least you can see something pleasant instead of me making countless grammatical reading mistakes. To understand China, it's not a bad idea to keep an eye on what's happening inside the country. Much of the current international discussion about China focuses on China's plans to expand overseas influence, both in Asia and beyond. But as the legendary American politician Tip O'Neill once famously said, all politics is local. China's leaders certainly have a lot to worry about at home. Poverty within China is still a major problem, even though Xi Jinping has said it's not. Environmental problems have been getting worse, and domestic social and economic impacts of the coronavirus have hit China hard. The latest crisis within China is dangerously flooding along the Yangtze River, which is testing the design of the huge Three Gorges Dam, completed in 2006. The dam is one of the world's largest mega projects. The structure lies about 300 kilometers west of Wuhan. The metropolis is close to 20 million people, where the novel coronavirus first broke out. The threats arising from flooding have led to evacuation of about 40 million people. But sustained torrential rains have caused extensive floods in central China in recent weeks and years. Nightmare memories have been revived of 1998, when severe floods left more than 4,000 people dead and caused extensive economic damage. Thousands of people Thousands of People's Liberation Army soldiers were sent to the Yangtze River to provide emergency services, build dikes, enforce embankments, and ditch canals to release water. In response to build up the floodwaters upstream, authorities have been discharging amounts of water from the dam. The swell of the water caused upstream flooding, reached 55,000 cubic meters per second, exceeding the official warning of 50,000 cubic meters. The emergency discharge has inevitably exuberated flooding in areas downstream of the dam. Massive flooding along the Yangtze is nothing new for China. In 1931, more than 3 million people died during the huge flood, one of the world's natural disasters, or biggest natural disasters of the 20th century. Nevertheless, the current situation is the first major test that the Three Gorges Dam has been put to. These issues were detected in China when the Three Gorges Dam was being built. Various local groups opposed the construction to the dam. However, construction began in late 1994 and was completed 12 years later. Millions of people were displaced when the area stretching around 600 kilometers was submerged. Today, after several upgrades, the dam has 32 main turbines with generating capacity of over 22,000 megawatts, more than 5 times the size of the generating capacity of the Snowy Mountain scheme in southern New South Wales, Australia. Increases in the power supply of this kind certainly needed in China. Electricity consumption per person in 2014 was 3,900 kilowatts hours per year, compared to nearly 13,000 kilowatts per person in the United States of America. China still lags a long way behind Western countries in providing basic services such as electricity across the nation. Safety issues concerning the Three Gorges Dam reflect long-standing international debates about infrastructure, and especially dams in developing countries. Large dam projects are always almost controversial. On one hand, some groups, especially in wealthy countries, but also in the developing world, argue that the environmental impact and social costs of large dam projects, such as the Three Gorges Dam, outweigh the benefits. On the other hand, pro-development organizations in low-income countries point out the advantages that dams bring for farmers through expanded irrigation and the nation through increases in electric supplies. There was a major effort to resolve these vexed arguments when the World Commission Dams was established in 1997. The Commission reported in 2000 concluded that across the world, large dams have made an important contribution to human development, yet the conclusion was clear. To understand China, it's not a bad idea to keep an eye on what's happening inside the country. Much of the current international discussion about China focuses on China's plans to expand overseas influence, both in Asia and beyond. But as the legendary American politician Tip O'Neill once famously said, all politics is local. China's leaders certainly have a lot to worry about at home. Poverty within China is still a major problem, even though Xi Jinping has said it's not. Environmental problems have been getting worse, and domestic, social, and economic impacts of the coronavirus have hit China hard. The latest crisis within China is dangerously flooding along the Yangtze River, which is testing the design of the huge Three Gorges Dam, completed in 2006. The dam is one of the world's largest mega projects. The structure lies about 300 kilometers west of Wuhan. The metropolis is close to 20 million people, where the novel coronavirus first broke out. The threats arising from flooding have led to evacuation of about 40 million people. Now, I don't know how many people have bought a mug so far. They're only $15 USD. Yes, this is a little bit of advertising, but it is for a good cause. I have a great guy in the United States of America who's actually bought these mugs and is selling them in the United States for $15. All the profits, all the proceeds will go to one orphanage here in Cambodia. So if you do like a mug and you do like the show, then see the contact details below, and that can then maybe in a couple of weeks you will have the mug. Fantastic. And then you can go, oh, cheers. My little mat fell down. This fell down. I'll put it back nicely now. Okay. Now, I am working on this one, and maybe next week this will be released. Tracing COVID-19 origins. At the moment, China is saying it's at Fort Detrick. Doesn't make any logical sense. Now, obviously, I'm not a scientist, but I am a very, very logical person. And when it comes to logistics, it just doesn't make sense to me. But that's something coming up. Also, so lots of advertising today. Also, if you do, I came up with this idea that if you enjoy a quiz, I'm going to start doing, or going to try to do, some online quizzes on YouTube. Basically, a bunch of questions, and you can do this, I don't know, as a syndicate perhaps, or you could have a competition with your wife, or you could do it in the pub, whatever. It's all free. There's no charge to it. It's just something that, being creative, something I want to do. So that's coming up maybe in a couple of days. Not too sure. Again, notifications and looking at my social media related to this channel will help you there. The pub quiz, why not? And going back to the weather, but not in central China, parts of northeast China hit by record snowfall. Where in northeast China? Well, you can just go to the map right here and you can see in this kind of area. It's really talking about Dalian and also the province of Liaoning. I've forgotten how to pronounce it, how to say it correctly. Liaoning, that's how you say it. And let's have a quick read about this. Snowstorms have wreaked havoc in northeast China this week, with record snowfalls in some parts of snarling traffic, disrupting train services, raising concerns about power supplies. Temperatures plunged, state media reported on Wednesday. Traffic in Liaoning province has been disrupted, with the majority of expressways, train stations shut as of Tuesday. Trains and buses were also closed, except in the cities of Dalian and Dandong. Unlike here, where the temperature at the moment, I think, is around about 29, 30 degrees, this is actually winter, what they say here, where it may be hot during the daytime, but in the evening it goes down to like 24, 23, 22, so it's quite nice. But my prayers and wishes do go out to the people who may be suffering in the cold, and if there's no electricity, then just please wrap up very warm and try to get some heat somewhere. And that really is about it for me for today. Thank you, as always, for the time. Don't forget the mug. It's really, really, truly for a good cause. I will contact the supplier in a couple of days and see how everything is going, see how many have sold. Once we've sold all of them, then the money will be transferred over here, or the proceeds will be here. Then we will do the next step of making a child or two happy for a moment or two in their life. My name is James. A very good day wherever you are. Bye-bye.